Back for week 3. This time we are doing start 'em and sit 'em, but tight end edition, which is probably the hardest position right now in fantasy football.
Yep. Other
Um,
than running back, yeah.
if you didn't get lucky and get, I would say, I guess one of the big three, which is easily Kelsey, Hawkinson, or Andrews, which any order you want to put them in, you're probably scrambling the waiver wire every week to figure out who to play per matchup. So we got you covered. I
Just
guess
to harp on that really quick,
yeah.
I think Hawkinson eats again.
Probably.
The Chargers defense kind of sucks, and their linebackers are the worst part of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if TJ eats this week.
Dude, him and JJ are gonna just get it. I'm looking at George Kittle, which is always a flirter for top 5. Is him playing New York Thursday? Brandon Ayuk may not be playing. Does that give him a better option?
I think it does.
Yeah.
But he is that kind of guy, though, where he don't really do nothing for a couple weeks, and then he has a game. He don't do nothing for a couple games, he has a game. So I mean, he can only do better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's like you can't do no worse.
Can't do. Well, it's not that he's doing bad, but it's like you're kind of.
He's not doing his capability of what everybody knows.
Well, it's just like like I said, all the tight ends in the league are mid. Like nobody's sticking out except TJ Hawkinson maybe. And I was like, you have the chance to like jump and you didn't. I drafted your dumbass. Do something.
Jesus. Yeah.
Dallas Goddard is another one that last year was probably top 5. We always talk about it. There's so many weapons on Philly. Are you playing him Monday against Tampa, which looks to be light rain?
I want to say yes. The only reason that I would consider no is because I feel like I have a sneaky suspicion they're going to try to figure out to incorporate AJ Brown more.
Probably.
At the expense of everybody else. That would be the only reason. But if you don't believe that to be true or they can't do it, then Goddard is a good pickup against him.
Do you think Goddard's going to play himself?
What do you mean?
He said that he lost in fantasy 1 week because of himself because he had him on his own team.
Yeah, the first week he did bad. He's like, "Don't worry, guys. I lost too because I played myself." And it's like,
even though they do got good linebackers in Tampa, Devin White, Levante David, but I think he's good enough to get 6 catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, it's a big dip, though.
I think Dalton Kincaid comes out of the pack this week against the Commanders.
I was going to say, I think Dalton Kincaid.
Him or Knox, one of them are going to come out of the pack.
Knox was sitting out of practice because he was hurt. That's what I was going to say.
Then so Kincaid.
I think Kincaid is going to probably have a really good game this week.
Do y'all think that Dalton Kincaid is like flirting with, I don't want to say must start, but kind of like at least like flex area of tight end? I mean, tight end, if you don't have one of the guys we just said, I mean.
I think it's preferential to people, like in the sense like he hasn't done. If you drafted him early, then yes.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think he's any worse than the Sam Laportas, Luke Musgraves, those guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you have to play them, then yeah, you have to play.
So Kincaid. I drafted Laporta and Kincaid, and currently I'm playing Laporta over Kincaid. But if I didn't have anything better, I would feel completely fine with playing Kincaid.
Yeah, I picked him up in my league. Somebody dropped him, and I have Darren Waller, which we'll get into for Thursday's game. And I trust Kincaid more than Darren Waller, honestly, at this point. So it's kind of like I made Darren Waller.
I'm going to be honest. Of all the rookie tight ends this week, though, and it's going to sound ridiculous, but Michael Mayer from the Raiders. Only because they play the Steelers this week, and the Steelers defense looked fucking good the other day. And the second half of that game, all Cleveland can do is get Njoku involved. Yeah, so, like, if you're relying on the tight end position, and that's kind of what Jimmy does anyway, I think Michael Mayer has a good game.
He could, because they said today that Devonta Adams is on game day concussion evaluation, which means they're going to evaluate him the day of the game and see if he's good to go.
I think he'll play.
He probably will.
But even then, like, that doesn't change the difference that Steelers will be stupid aggressive and you're going to have to use the tight end more.
We'll get into these other ones. Darren Waller, are you gonna play him against San Francisco
Not at all.
on a Thursday night game?
Definitely.
What about David Njoku?
They play who they play this week.
They
They play
play
the
Tennessee.
like he's not my first choice.
Yeah.
But if he's the best tight end I have, then I would play him because I mean it's the Titans.
What about a guy like Cole Kmet?
Oh no, they suck.
No.
Like I don't trust anybody on that offense.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't trust them either. They just lost a left, I believe their left tackle. Their coach and quarterback seem to be beefing right now. So I don't
Not to go. I don't think this is completely out of left field, but Zach Ertz against the Cowboys, like he still gets a shit ton of targets, bro.
Yeah.
We always say garbage time counts in fantasy, and dude is averaging almost the same amount, almost about to 10 points, which is at this rate. I mean, it's better than some of these tight ends giving you a fat 0.
Yep.
What about Kyle Pitts? Are you looking to trust him this week, or is he one of those guys you have to wait and keep him on your bench and wait and see if?
I don't
even want him on my bench.
I kind of feel the same way, not because of anything he did. It's just like
it's that team is just all run game right now.
You literally have 3 people and a running, like you have 4 players who've caught a ball on that team. That's not good. We've had drives where CJ hit 6 receivers, and
you have 3 rushing touchdowns from 2 running backs and a quarterback. Like what the hell? Like I can't trust.
So here's what I would say. I would wait a couple more weeks before I try to get rid of Pitts, only because like if you come back this week and Drake London does good again, and then he does okay again, then that just means Ritter has something going with London.
Yeah.
And Pitts is the odd. But if he comes back this week and like Mac Holland has a good game or Pitts has a good game, then you'll be like, all right, they're just playing whoever the fuck is open. Then it'd be worth keeping to me.
I mean, as we've gone through the tight ends, it's very tough. A guy that surprisingly is up by 15% in Yahoo leagues, Hunter Henry.
Because they need him.
Yeah. Are you? He's going against. He has a tough schedule going against the Jets, but I feel like I don't expect what he did the last 2 weeks of a touchdown, and I mean, dude's flirting with like.
Well, what I noticed from watching that game the other day, and I don't know if it was just because they were down, but Ramondre's not even really running the ball. He's catching the ball.
Yeah.
So that's another person taking your catches. But still, I think you have no trust in a receiver, so Hunter Henry's worth playing to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll keep you.
Yeah.
He had a
Gesicki, not so much.
Games, didn't he?
I don't know.
I think he had a touchdown in both games.
No, he did. He had a touchdown in both. Gesicki almost had one, and they got like a pass interference, I believe, and then Hunter Henry ended up getting it right after that.
Yeah, which means you can probably keep playing their tight ends based on the red zone work, I would say. That's how they show you not to.
Yeah, I feel like he's in that part where it's like you haven't done anything wrong for me, so I'm going to keep you there.
The Jets are just, their defense is so good.
That's the thing too, where I'm like, that's a
especially like the Williams brother that plays middle linebacker. He's so fucking good.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, after that, it's kind of like you're not really. I guess you don't want production out of your tight ends at this point. Like,
I mean, there's just, like I said, a lot of people who are mid, like
Tyler Higbee. Are you?
No.
Jake Ferguson.
Well, see, he's a red zone guy. Yeah. So it's like you're not banking on him to get you a bunch of catches and yards. It's like, are you going to get me a touchdown?
You're banking on a touchdown with him. Yeah,
what about Pat Freiermuth?
I like Freiermuth. He's the same kind of guy. It's like, you're just a touchdown guy to me.
So it's like Dalton Schultz has been.
He did come on at the end of that game. I'll give him that, but I don't know if that shit carries over against the Jaguars.
Yeah. And then I guess a last name I'll throw out for this list is Hayden Hurst.
He'd be worth keeping to me, But if he's the best one I got, I'm trying to do better.
Yeah. If he's the best one I got, and that's all I can get at the moment, I'm okay with playing him. But I would be looking to upgrade, unless he just comes out and shows me that he's definitely there to stay.
I'm definitely going Luke Musgrave against the Falcons, though.
Luke Musgrave. I mean,
not Luke Musgrave. Laporta against the Falcons.
Oh, Sam. Oh, yeah.
But I'm not playing Luke Musgrave against the Saints.
I was about to say, man, that's brave. A guy that I want to ask about. I mean, he hasn't been putting up production much, but watching the game, knowing how his team is with injuries, is Gerald Everett a guy that you should be looking at some point?
I think he's one of those dudes who might sneakily have one or two good games for you, but I
think they got too many people over there too.
Well, I mean, they do, but then they always get injured. I mean, they're running back injured. I can't remember a season that the Chargers had a full roster of. They're like the Los Angeles Clippers to me.
That is true.
Yeah, they're from Los Angeles.
It's like this team is put together to play on a video game, not in real life.
Yeah. I would throw my boy Logan Thomas out, but this dude almost passed out on the field the other day. One guy,
he got a concussion.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. He's not going to do it. One guy I want to add, and only for this week, would you think about putting Taysom Hill in?
I always would play Taysom Hill.
Since
that team needs him, I'll always play Taysom Hill.
They're not going to have a running back. Like for me, like Taysom Hill, I would say. I mean, once Alvin Kamara comes back, of course, that his thing drops drastically. But I would feel like if you needed a tight end this week, and I need it this week, would I be comfortable playing him at tight end, knowing that our flex?
But flex 100%, because he literally threw the ball, ran the ball out of the Wildcat, caught pass. Like he's a Swiss Army knife.
It's like a couple of years ago when they were down to just between him and Jameis Winston. He was able to be put in the tight end position even though he was playing quarterback one week.
Like if you're asking me for one tight end to play for 1 week, and you could probably get him off your waiver. Somebody caught my eye the other day. Durham Smythe from the fucking Dolphins. Like he looked good, and I would play you for one game if I had to, just to know.
I would play him for this one for sure because I think Waddle's on concussion protocol.
He stuck out to me. I liked it.
He's on concussion protocol, I'm pretty sure, and Tyreek was limited today with an ankle issue. So Smythe could probably be someone worth checking into.
I mean, tight end is probably the toughest one for sure.
You don't want your boy Okinawa?
No, I don't want him at all. I didn't even bring his name up.
I know.
If you still have him on your roster at this point, I mean, you're like wasting space on your team. That's fine. I mean, just being realistic, he's probably like fourth option on there.
Yeah,
and that's just because Tannehill probably can't throw the ball that well. Fantasy football people, make sure you subscribe to the network. We got you covered on all fantasy football rosters. Check us out Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. We got you covered on live right here on YouTube. We will be answering your questions about who to start, who to sit. We'll give you injury updates, weather updates, all that fun stuff. You can ask anything for quarterbacks, IDP, defense, receiver, everything. Let us know in the comments who you think we missed, who you think we got wrong, who you think you got right. If you have a question, drop it though below. One of us will be answering them for you, even though the video is over. Much love, everybody. We're out of here.
Peace.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.